Is this market out of control? Well, it depends on who you talk to. You're about to find out. Hey guys, thanks for tuning back in. So are we dealing with a market that's out of control? Well, I'm a big fan of using the right words. And I think out of control is a market that nobody wants to have any part of, right? If you're a buyer, you don't want to buy a home during an out of control market. Or if you're a seller, you don't want to sell during an out of control market. You want to sell when you can make the right decisions, when there's opportunity, right? So although this market may be very unorthodox, and although this market may be very different than what we've all experienced in the past, the bottom line is there's still tons of opportunity whether you're a buyer or a seller, especially when you look at the long term. So let's talk about the market update now and what we've been experiencing the last 2 or 3 or 4 months, because we've experienced a lot of changes. And to really be able to talk about what's going on in the market, there's a few things I want to talk about. We're going to start with inventory levels. So I'm going to be popping up some slides here so you can kind of see what's been going on. But with inventory levels, you will notice here that back in March of 2012, there were 7,000 homes available for sale. Fast forward to March of 2019, there was also 7,000 homes available for sale, and it fluctuated a little bit in between. And then in March of 2020, that came down to 4,000. Then in March of 2021, it came down to 2,350. And now, March of 2022, we are hovering at 1,556 homes available for sale. We were in a low inventory market in 2019 when we had 6,500 homes available for sale. We are in an extremely low inventory market now that we only have 1,500 and some change homes available for sale. One thing everyone needs to understand is, guys, this is not a lack of homes coming on the market. In fact, more homes have come on the market this year than in the years past. The difference is that buyers are gobbling up these homes very, very fast. And so when we talk about inventory, we have a lack of active, available inventory, not a lack of homes hitting the market. They're coming on. Buyers are just scooping them up as fast as they're coming back on. So let's talk about inventory levels as a whole. I'm going to bring up another slide here with active listing inventory. You will see that for the first time since potentially the beginning of 2021, we are actually starting to see inventory rise. February ticked up a little bit, March ticked up a little bit more, and it is projected to continue to rise as we enter one of the most active home buying markets of the year, the spring market. April, May, June, historically the highest number of home sales are listed and sold. So we do expect to see more inventory, but we don't see demand to fall, even though today what we want to talk about are the interest rates, right? Interest rates are rising, but before I get to the interest rates, I also want to show you one more slide. It's actually days on the market. Look at this slide here with days on the market. In March of 2019, the average home took 83 days to sell. In 2020, that came down to 52. In 2021, obviously a very hot, strong seller's market, that came down to 23, and now we're sitting at 20 days on the market. The average days on market for a home that's sold in this current market is 20 days. Keep in mind, the ones that are going fast are going within days. So when we talk about demand, there are still so many more buyers out there than there are homes available for sale right now. Now, a lot of people are talking about the interest rates, right? If you've been watching my videos in the past, you know for the last, year and a half, 2 years, we've been experiencing rates in the high 2s and the low 3s. Those were historically low rates. And we've been talking about the rates going up over time, and they're finally starting to go up. So we've got this slide that I'm going to throw here up showing the impact of rising rates on home prices. Now you will see here, in October 93, the rates went up. In January of 1996, the rates went up. In October 1998, the rates went up, so on and so forth. In every single market, when the rates initially went up, the value for properties continued to rise as well. Now, we're not saying that as the rates continue to go up, the prices will continue to go up forever. Eventually, there will be a shift. But for all the buyers out there that are saying, oh, the rates are going up and I'm going to wait for the market to crash, you may be waiting for a market that you're not going to see for a very, very long time. Now, will the rates continue to go up? I don't know. Will the rates flatten, stabilize? Will they come back down? It's all speculation, right? The world is a very uncertain place right now. There's a lot going on. Usually when we're seeing turmoil in the country and in the world, the rates generally stay low. There is a lot going on. The fact that the rates are going up is showing me that, not what we think is always going to happen. But at the end of the day, the bottom line here, guys, is People are still buying. Homes are still selling for record prices. In fact, this week we've sold homes for prices that we couldn't even fathom. They sold for above what we thought we were going to sell them for because the demand was so high. So I'm going to loop all this back down to you, the consumer. What do I do? Do I sell? Do I buy? It's too much. It's too tough of a decision to make because there's so much uncertainty. The home prices are too high. I can't afford it. I'm going to wait for the crash. I mean, the narrative is so hard to pin down. A lot of people are struggling to make a decision. So this is really what you need to focus on, whether you're a buyer or a seller. Number one, work with a real estate agent who's got your back, somebody who knows the local market, who can give you the information that you need to make the best decisions for yourself. Number two, figure out your why. Why are you selling? Why are you moving? Is it absolutely necessary right now? What does that look like if I were to sell and buy now versus if I were to sell and buy later? It's okay to work with an agent and work out these scenarios. We call that exploring your options, right? A lot of times buyers or sellers will come to me and say, is it a good time to sell? Is it a good time to buy? And the answer is I can't give you that advice unless I know more about what you want and why you want it. So, having a great lender, having a great real estate agent, having a plan, knowing the numbers, knowing why you want to do something. Real estate is not a one-size-fits-all approach. I can sit here and spew all these numbers at you all day and talk to you about rates and inventory and days on market, but at the end of the day, what does that mean to you? You really need to set up a time to talk with me about how this information relates to you and your situation. So you guys, a lot going on in the real estate market, a lot of information out there, a lot of misinformation out there. If you're really deciding to do something this year or next year or anytime in the near future, you definitely want to connect with a professional to get the ball rolling. Thanks so much for your time. If you found value in this video and you liked it, share it with somebody. If you found this on social media, show me some social media love. Give me a like, leave a comment, or share it. If you want to buy or sell, send me a message. And if you have any video ideas, send those to me as well. I want to make sure I'm making content that you want to see. Till next time, happy selling.
Perfect. Now pose for that screenshot. Perfect.